Hi, everybody. It's podcast time. It's podcast time. We're doing podcast balls podcast time. We got my friend Vinny. We got me. We got my cat. Yo, we're going back. Yo, we got episode 12. Yo, yo, yo,
Yo, what's up, y'all? Is anybody
yo.
else hungover, or is it just me this week?
Yeah, dude. I'm so hung they could fucking hang us.
So, wait, you're
But,
so hung?
uh
But you don't mean hungover, do you?
huh. Dude, the semantics of everything, it just gets me a little bit, gets me a little bit confused sometimes.
How are
Um,
your new digs? I don't know if all the viewers are totally aware, but you
yeah.
moved into a new place. How's it?
So
How's it feeling?
So I moved into a bar. It's kind of interesting. So like you always have drinks on hand, obviously, because you're in the bar. As long as you're chill with the bartender, like it's a little weird. Like I established that I'm living here with the first guy, the first bartender, and it was a little kerfuffle, but like we worked it out. We smoothed it over. And then the next guy comes in the next day for his shift, and we gotta do the whole fucking thing over
Oh,
again.
Jesus.
Like yeah, I talked to the last guy. I'm good. I live here now.
Yeah, people have been living in bars for like fucking centuries, you know?
Yeah, bro. I mean, shit. Remember when they fucking
Prohibition?
yeah, dude? They tried to stop everybody from living in the
What would
bars.
what would you have done in Prohibition? Like, would you have been a guy that's like, I need to get my hands on some booze, or would you have been like, this is kind of lit? Oh, drinking, this is awesome. Or
Um,
would you be in the speakeasy like a little slimy motherfucker,
yeah.
fucking taking a sip out of the keg? Would that be you?
I don't know. I don't think I'm like intuitive enough to be like a bathroom or a bathtub bootleg alcohol creator. So I would probably just be like, I'd be in the back channels,
You would
getting
still drink it though,
yeah, 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 yeah.
even when it was illegal.
I feel like that would be the only reason why I do, because I don't really drink a whole lot like these days. Like I do sometimes, but not really. I feel like I would want to do it more if it was illegal. It'd be more fun.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's like what happened. Like, I think it did have a reverse effect where like people just started drinking more than ever.
Yeah. Do you think pot smoking is less fun now that it's like pretty normalized?
Um, I feel a little bit less dirty about it.
Yeah. Do you
I
get a little
always
bit
felt
less
like a
excitement?
scumbag. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
I'm fucking breaking the law to get high.
There was something really fun about like hiding behind the bushes in your friend's parents' backyard and coming back in and trying to act sober when like you can't even
Yeah,
like
you're just trying to get
walk.
to the basement as fast as possible to avoid any conversation.
Uh-huh. Dude, I saw a tweet today that was saying like the weed 10 years ago had you giggling watching Super Bad, and the weed today has you like fucking like out like in a coma thinking you're hearing screams or something.
The
Is
the weed
that
today has me scrolling 100 reels a day,
oh
dude. My
god.
screen time has been bad lately. Fucking bad.
Yeah. I'm actually curious about my numbers. I want to pull up my phone as soon as this cat gets sick of me, but I don't want to move because he's really comfy.
I'm gonna look
But
at my screen time actually right now.
yeah, pull that up. But do you? I mean, obviously it has, but like, do you think the weed's gotten like exponentially stronger in the last X years?
Stronger? I don't know about stronger. I feel like it's always hit me the same, but honestly, something so nice about it being legal is like you don't have to tweak about like copping off the streets anymore because that shit was always just way too stressful, bro.
Yeah, that was no fun.
Like now I can just get like clean shit and like never have to worry about it.
Uh-huh. Well, you know what they say about the fucking stuff even in the dispo these days aren't necessarily good.
It's not necessarily good.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard people tell me that like the stizzies they have in the dispos are like fake potentially. I don't know, dude. He said to scan the barcode on the back, but like, uh, I don't know. They're like licensed and shit. So like, really, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you're not getting, I don't think you're getting like fent. It might not be the most like
No, we're not getting
pure
fed.
weed or anything, but like you're not gonna have to worry about like getting fent like laced or anything like that.
Were we worried about getting fed back in the day?
No,
Okay, then why do you bring that up?
I just know that that's a problem like nowadays. Like if I were to pick up off the streets nowadays, I'd be worried about getting fent.
Really?
Yeah.
From like the weed dealers?
I mean, maybe not the ones around us,
Only
but
like
in
high
general, that's a
schoolers?
thing, dude. That's a dead ass thing. Like people be worried about getting like laced kush
Huh.
with fent.
I'm not sure I understand the value perspective from the dealer.
Dude. Let me look at this screen time on Thursday.
Oh
14
no, man.
hours and 37 minutes.
That's pretty brutal.
That's more than half of the day I was on my phone, bro.
Yeah, but you had a lot of YouTube on there. You fall asleep to some YouTube or something?
I do fall asleep to YouTube,
Then that doesn't count, bro.
but dude, 12 hours and 58 minutes on YouTube. I didn't sleep for 12 hours, bro. That means that there's parts of the day like I was literally just like well, the thing is like I was at work and I would like have a YouTube video on my phone. And like so I'm not like
Um,
sitting there looking at my phone for 14 hours in a day, but like still like I for more than half the day I was listening or watching something, which I think is
yeah.
fucked up.
Is it? Or like, are you at work, like doing work, and like you have something on in the background, which is totally chill?
I mean, it's sort of, I mean, I'm tapped in, I'm listening to something. Like I had stimulation that whole day,
Uh-huh.
which I might be fucked up. Do you
I
fall,
think
wait, actually, this is such a good question. Do you fall asleep watching something?
listening to something, yes.
But like, okay, so how about this? After whatever you do a podcast, right?
Hmm.
So after that podcast ends, does it like play another or like play more shit or
I,
does it
I
stop?
do I do sleep timer, turn it off after the episode.
See, I didn't even know about that sleep timer until recent.
Yeah, because if I like have it going and I wake up, and I'm hearing like a random podcast that I didn't
Dude,
put on, I
isn't
start
that
to
the
like
worst,
I
bro?
start to get really afraid.
You get disoriented.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I today I woke up at like 9, but I like jumped out of bed because I thought I was late for work. It's Saturday. It's Saturday, Shane. I jumped out of bed. I'm like, fuck, I gotta get to work. It's 9 o'clock. I'm like, I'm late. Fuck.
Yeah, well, dude, honestly, like I had Friday off and I have Monday off. It legit feels like I'm never gonna go to work again. Like, what is today? Saturday? I
Dang,
don't
they
even
gave
know,
you
dude.
Friday off for Labor Day weekend?
Uh-huh. I didn't even know until like Thursday afternoon. They're like, "Hey, are you like working tomorrow?" I'm like,
Am I?
"No." Whenever somebody asks me that, I tell them like probably not, because like there's a reason they're asking, right? Like it's up in the air to some extent. I'm not going to be like, "Oh, I didn't know." They're going to be like, "Oh, okay. Well, in that case, dude, I got plans."
Yeah. My boss one time asked me, he's like, "Do you want to work on this day?" It's like, fuck no,
Yeah.
dude.
Do
Like,
you
you don't
want to
even
work
need
on
to
this
ask me
day?
that shit.
If my boss asked me, "Do you want to work on this day?" I would tell them, "Think about what you just asked me." You know, think
Do
about
I
that.
seem like the type of guy that wants to put in some extra hours for this business? Do I seem like that?
Um, no, but anyway.
Anyways, so I'm pretty hungover. We had a fun night last night, let me
Yeah,
tell you.
wait. Well, I was about to change the subject to talk about my stuff. Why are you changing to talk about your stuff?
Well, dude, my stuff's so important and so fun.
All right, that's fine. We can do you first.
So last night we had a buddy who I haven't seen in 2 years, a military man, fan of the show.
Hmm.
Shout out to you, Sam. He was in town, so we all linked up and we went and got some beers at this one bar.
Which one?
We went to, I don't think I should say the name.
Can you like hint at it?
Yeah, so it's
You were
closer to,
saying some in chat. Is it the P?
it is P, yeah.
Ah, okay.
So we went to P, we went to get, so we went to P to grab some drinks, and it's actually a pretty cool place. It was a brewery, and our bartender was Australian, and he had
That's
like a
fun.
thick Australian accent.
Nice.
And so we drink there, we leave, we pay our tabs, we go get food, and then after we come back because we just had to.
Hmm.
And the Australian guy, I'm like, yeah, let me go grab him and like let me grab a server. And I run inside and I go to the Australian guy and I'm like, yeah, dude, we got some more drinks out there. He's like, really? He's like, are you serious? He's like, God damn it. He's like, God damn it. Dude, I swear to God, bro. He's like, God damn it. He's like, I'm gonna get tipped like shit with you guys. He's like, I'm just trying to get out of here. I'm just trying to get cut. It hasn't been busy all day. And now I got to serve you guys. I'm gonna get tipped like shit. He started like ranting to me. I'm like, dude, like, you don't gotta serve us if you don't want to. Like, it's all good. Like, you don't have to. He's like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. Let's just go. Let's go. He starts like leading the way. He starts like walking in front of me. I'm like, holy shit, dude. Like,
What the
I
fuck?
don't even want you to serve us. And then like he's out there and he's like all like pissed off taking our orders and stuff. He's like, hey, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you guys want? And I mentioned earlier it's a brewery and Scott orders a Corona. He's like, I do a Corona? He's like, dude, we're a brewery. We don't have that. We're a brewery. Why do you and he was talking to Scott like he was a fucking imbecile, bro, ordering a Corona.
Jesus
And
Christ.
Yeah, he was just in a pissy ass mood. So I really wanted to share that story because and I kind of resonate with it because I used to be a server. So like I know that's like the shit that I always want to say to customers, but I never had the gonads to. Like it's pretty crazy he's saying like right to our face, I'm gonna get tipped like shit. It's blah 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 blah. It's like,
Yeah,
all
that's
right.
fucking weird. That's like, I'm sorry. That's no, like you can maybe have that thought in your head, but like what the fuck? Like,
And like it was nine, so we got there at 9:30, and he told us last call was 10:30. There's a whole hour before
yeah, dude,
last call.
it's a
Like
Friday night on a
you're at
like
work, my boy.
holiday weekend, bro. You're working at a brewery. Yeah, you're not gonna get cut probably until the end of the night, brother. I'm sorry.
Oh, dude,
Not
he was
like
being such a pissy mofo about it, bro.
when I worked at a restaurant, like on weekend nights, like you're gonna be there, like
Yeah, that's the
also
whole point of it, bro. Like if it's so miserable, you want to get cut so bad. Don't fucking work at a restaurant or a brewery.
literally. No, dude, that's actually annoying as fuck that he said that. Also, like, did you guys tip like shit like earlier in the night? I don't think you guys are bad tippers, right?
I mean,
Like,
I got one beer. I don't even know how much it was. I tipped like $1.50 on it, and like I'm sure everybody else was tipping around $1. Like, and dude, they dropped that they share tips, so like it doesn't even fucking matter what he gets tipped because like he just shares at the end of the night with all the other servers. So like they literally said we tip share. So like it's not like the $1.50 is just his, and like he got dicked by it. But
that's
after he was
fucking weird.
complaining to me, I was ready to tip him so good. And then eventually he just left. He did get cut, like while we were still drinking and stuff. And
Oh my
he's like,
god.
yeah, man, you could close out your tabs with her inside, mate. All right, have a good one, guys. I'm like, all right, dude.
Hell no, dude.
Dude, the Australian guy was funny last night. Like, I was actually getting pissed at it because, like, I'm like, dude, you don't gotta serve us. Like, chill. But he's like, starts walking out all angrily. Like, all right.
Yeah, dude, that's honestly that's really frustrating. Like there is so much shit that's annoying to deal with as like a restaurant worker, and like that's like it's just the way it is. You'd never take it out on a fucking customer, bro. Like
No,
especially
that's the
y'all,
shit
we're
you
just
keep to
like,
yourself, dude.
uh-huh. No, like honestly, if I was there, I would have been like, let's ruin this guy's night. Like like let's stay here as long as we possibly can. Like let's like write a fucking like email the next day to fucking like corporate or some shit. I don't know, because like that's not cool, bro. Like I don't care how bad your night is. Like
I think he was just like looking at us like a young group of kids and like he's like I can bitch to these guys without catching like a complaint or anything like that. Like
yeah,
whereas like he was doing
exactly.
that to like some like 40, 50-year-old adults or whatever like he would have been like, "Hey, what's up? What's going on, guys? What can I get you tonight?" But to us it's, "Oh, I'm gonna get tipped like shit. Oh,
Right.
yeah, yeah, sure, dude. I'll do your tabs. Yeah, no problem." It's like, "Okay, dude." Like
Well, I think it's time to show him you don't fuck around when it comes to that kind of stuff.
yeah, I mean, and I was gonna tip him good, bro. He doesn't even know that. I was gonna tip him good, but then he left, and I was like, all right, whatever. Piece of
You
shit.
should. I would have tipped him $0. Seriously, I'm so serious, bro. That's so disrespectful. I don't like that.
Yeah, it was a fun night though in general. Seeing our buddy that we haven't seen in like 2 years, so it was good to see him. The military hasn't changed him too much.
Yeah, is he still good old Sam?
Yeah, good old Sam, dude. He was cracking me up, cracking me the fuck up.
Yeah.
It was a good time though. Let's think about what else we did besides get drunk. Oh, we took it that Australian server. He recommended us to go to this one restaurant that we went to, and
In STC?
yep, 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 yep.
What? Have
He,
I heard of it?
yeah, 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 yeah. Um,
What? Wait, tell me.
he recommended RS. How's that? RS River.
He recommended
He
that.
recommended River, something else in STC, and then Wingstop. Because we're like, yeah, we're going. This is like when we checked out our first time. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go get food, and then we might come back. And he's like, oh, where at? Where at? What's on the agenda, fella? He was being so chill too the first time we were there. What's on the agenda, fellas? What's on the agenda? Where
Something
we
must
get?
have fucking happened, bro.
Oh yeah, he was pissy. He was pissy. I couldn't believe it.
Is this like his first week in the U.S., bro? He's recommending Wingstop. Fucking. Oh
Yeah,
God.
I remember. I was like, dang, bro, you recommending Wingstop? He's like, yeah, Wingstop is so good. Wingstop is so good, bro. I'm like, all right.
Idiot, bro.
You Australian fuck. It was so funny when Scott ordered the Corona. We're a brewery. We're a brewery. We don't have that.
What does
Oh,
Scott say?
Scott's like, oh, I'll just do a light thinking then. That's what the one beer is called. Light
Nice.
thinking.
Man, fuck that guy.
Yeah, I was literally so annoyed at it, dude. I was so pissed. I kept talking about it to the boys when I got back to the table because it got under my skin, dude. Never been
I'm
talked to like that by a server.
I'm mad for y'all, bro.
Yeah, dude.
That,
It was fucked up.
that's bullshit.
One of our buddies didn't have his ID last night, so we didn't step foot in any of the bars. So we were literally just like going up and down the streets, like kind of just doing whatever the fuck we want.
Mm, damn.
It was a fun night though.
Oh, could he not find his wallet?
Yeah, he didn't.
That is so
So
funny.
he pulled up and and that's kind of why we were at P in the first place, because like they weren't like carding. Like we couldn't go sit at like literally anywhere else,
Uh,
because he would have got
that is
carded.
funny.
But he did find his wallet today.
Nice. It's so funny because somebody else in chat was looking for their wallet, and then he was
I
like,
know, bro.
"Why is that so classic?"
And like, dude, it's so funny just because like just like fucking 30 minutes ago, he showed me the wallet and like I walked into his room and he's like, look at this shit. The whole like, it's torn apart, dude, like completely torn apart. He's like, I just drove to here, 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 and then it was like in my room. He literally tore
Oh
apart
my
his room and it was in
god.
his room.
I feel bad for him. He does like he has a reputation for being a little forgetful and losing stuff, but like he does like stress out about it. I know.
And then he got back, he's like, I don't even know whether to be like pissed off or happy that I found it.
I'd be pissed. If I found it in my room after driving around, I would like
Yeah, he drove to B Town and then he drove to like Aurora because there was a place in Aurora that he was.
no.
And then he then he drove all the way back just and then he lifted up a beanbag in his room and it was under it.
Wow.
Classic. But dude, that wallet, I must say, that wallet shows up, dude. It shows up. And funny enough, I gave that wallet to him back in like freshman year and he's been using it ever
Wow.
since. And he's lost it plenty, bro. And it always shows up.
Yeah. He's got to stick an air tag in there or something, bro.
That's what Sam kept saying last night. You need an
Yeah.
air tag.
He's not wrong, bro. Although, like, I say that while having air tags on zero of my things, and I lose my shit all the time.
I'm kind of happy I don't have to worry about that stuff, dude. I'm way too like freaking organized.
Yeah, dude, I'm pretty bad at it too. I used to do this thing where I told myself, like, I'm always going to put my wallet and keys, like, on this thing whenever I walk in so that I always know where they are. And then it just never ends up working that way, you know?
No,
No,
but
dude.
why not? But why not? Like, what
I don't
happens?
know, cause like you walk in sometimes and you got shit in your hands and like you can't take out your wallet and keys right there because you're carrying stuff in, and then
Oh
like you
shit.
have to like deal with that before you deal with putting anything else anywhere because like maybe it's something that's like urgent, you know, and then you take care of that and then it's like okay, am I like I just sat down, am I gonna get up to go put my wallet and keys in their designated area? No, I'm gonna remember to put them there later. Like I'm not gonna like make a special trip right now just to go fucking put my wallet and keys in their special location. But then you start doing something else, and then a couple of hours have passed. Maybe you've been playing some games, and then like you get up, and it's like I gotta brush my teeth and shit. Like gotta go to bed. Fuck, it's so late already. Take your fucking shorts off, and like your wallet and keys are in your shorts. You know, and then like you sweep up all your laundry, you put your shorts in there the next day because you're like, all right, take care of my stuff. Like I'm pretty proud of myself actually. I did my laundry today, and then like you're like, okay, like I'm gonna go head out and grab a bite to eat. Where the fuck are my keys? Why are they not in
And
their
then do
designated
you check the
location?
spot? Yeah, do you check the
Yeah.
desert?
Well, no, and that's the first thing that goes through my head is like, should I even go check? I know I didn't fucking put them there.
It's not.
Like,
You already know it's not in the designated
yeah,
location.
you check some of the usual spots your wallet and keys ends up, but not there. I mean, the having them in the shorts you wore the last day is typically something you'll find, no
That
problem, you know.
yeah, I mean, talking about my roommate who loses his wallet like decently often. We did like a bunch of research on it, and like the two
Uh,
most common places, bro, yesterday's pants or your car. That's usually always where it's at, bro.
yeah, I've definitely had those check out with me. I think in terms of how many times I've lost my shit, you know.
It's always in the pants, dude. I swear. At least that's for
Yeah.
me. I don't really lose shit. I'm on top of it though. I'm on
Hmm.
top of it. I'm on
How do
top of
you
it to a
like?
fault.
Why? Like, what goes through your head? Like, does it bother you if you don't like have them in their spot?
Um,
Do you have a spot, or do you just like know where they are?
I don't really have a spot. I just always know where it is.
Mm.
Like I always know where like pretty much everything is.
Okay, where's your wallet right now?
Right there, right on my desk.
Where are your keys?
Right. Oh shit. Oh yeah, right there, right on my desk.
Do you have like earbuds or like AirPods?
I don't know. No, I don't. I actually do have headphones. They're in my car though.
I lose my AirPods all the time, bro.
Dude, AirPods are tough. Those ones, I lost my AirPods. And I'm talking about how
Wow.
much I fucking am on top of shit. I do not know where my AirPods are.
Yeah, I lose those quite a bit. They're tough, dude. They're tough to keep a hold of. I mean, I don't think anybody in this day and age loses their phone anymore. Because
No,
like, if
fuck
your
no.
phone isn't like on your person, like something is wrong. You know,
That
like
feels wrong, dude.
your
That feels like
brain,
you're naked.
your brain knows where your phone is at all times, right? Like,
Yeah, is there ever a time like you're going out on a Friday night, you get dressed and like you walk out the door and you're like, "Oh, my phone. What?" Like
never,
that? No,
never.
fuck no. It's a part of the outfit, dude.
It is.
Like if you don't
I
feel that in your pocket, you're like, "Fuck."
Do you have like a standard setup for like what goes in which pocket when you leave the house?
Mm-hmm.
What's your
Mm-hmm.
setup? What's your setup?
Phone in right pocket
Same,
exclusively, nothing else
same.
in it, and then literally everything else in the left. So I'll do
Uh huh.
wallet left, keys left,
Uh
Zins
huh.
left.
Same setup for me. Although I do have this one pair of pants that I like putting the phone in the back pocket for. You ever rock a back pocket phone?
Dude, I don't like back pocket for anything because I it makes me sit uneven, bro. Is that such a weird
Yeah,
like
well, you take it out if you're gonna sit. You're not gonna sit on your phone.
like I used to do wallet back pocket, but
Uh
wallet
huh.
back pocket started to turn into like, dang, left ass cheek is a little bit further up than the right, and now I'm
Yeah,
like,
no, no,
why am
no,
I
no, no.
uncomfortable?
No, you're not sitting with shit in your back pockets for sure. You take them out then. But I will say, dude, it feels pretty sleek when like you gotta check your phone, you're walking on the sidewalk.
Ooh, back pocket. Oh, that
You
is
know,
kind of nice.
it is nice, bro. Can I blow your mind for a second?
Yeah, what's up?
You ever thought about something like this? What about a little? What about a little
A shirt. Do you
shirt
have a
pocket, bro?
wait, your shirt has pockets?
Shirt pocket, bro. What about that? Where you putting
Honestly,
these?
I fuck with that so much. Because I
Where
got
you
some
putting
shorts,
these?
bro, that doesn't have pockets. That is such a perfect shirt to wear when you wear shorts without pockets.
Shirt pockets, bro.
That's pretty nice.
I don't think I've ever actually used them. It's just kind of funny.
So tell me about the move, bro. Tell me about it.
Yeah. The move. Uh,
Do you even want to
not.
talk about that?
I wish it was funnier. There's nothing too funny about a move or like
So it went
entertaining to talk
smoothly?
about. Um, it didn't go super poorly, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it was relatively standard. We got these like Eastern European guys running up and down our stairs and whatever, and like they fucking took our shit out for us. We paid them, tipped them fucking way fatter than I needed to, which is stupid because like we've been finding some of our stuff's a little busted, but it is what it is.
Really?
Yeah, like the plan's kind of fucked up. My desk is like broken, but I'm getting a new one anyway. So you know, it is what it is. Like we technically didn't tell them the correct amount of flights of stairs because we have a flight of stairs on the outside of our apartment, right? So you're supposed to include that in your number, but we didn't. And so they're like, hey, we might have to like increase the cost. And then they told me like, we're not going to raise it on you. So I did tip them, keeping that in mind, which was like a very fat tip, I think. They didn't seem too happy about it. No, they weren't like upset about it, but like I expected them to be like, "Oh, let's go."
Yeah.
They were just like, "Oh, like make sure you review us on Google." I was like, "Okay."
So wait, so
Um,
the stairs like on the street, like up to the door?
yeah, yeah. So
Okay,
we
I
have
see.
three flights inside, but we have another outside. So you're supposed to tell them four, but we told them three because our like the sign outside our door says third floor, so it's like third floor
No,
parking.
I see, I see. Classic.
Mhm.
I bet they do see that a lot.
Oh
I bet
yeah,
that
oh
happens a lot.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, it was fine. We're in a fun apartment building now, the rooftop and everything. We're in a more fun neighborhood. The one funny story about moving, I'm gonna put my girlfriend on blast here. She was no fucking help because there was when we were walking into our side door of our building, there was this pigeon that was like a bit hobbled, like one of its legs. I don't know if it was like broken or Allison, was its leg broken? Yeah, we don't know exactly what the issue was, but it couldn't walk. And so I have a window that faces like right out at the street of where they were. So I watched her go out. She took one of our cat pet carriers out to try to go like capture it so we could bring it to somewhere where they could help it out because it was like having a hard time walking. And one of the movers is like trying to help her, and I see them like come up to the window like beneath it to try to grab it, and then I see the pigeon like fly up, and like it really couldn't fly. Like it like pretty much like nosedived immediately, but it didn't like crash land. It like was okay, but it hid behind like this car tire, and so like the whole time like they're bringing our shit in, I'm telling them like I don't know, put it there because like they're also asking me exactly where everything goes, and I have no fucking idea where anything goes in this apartment yet because it's smaller than our last one. And we have too much shit, so I'm like, yeah, I guess there's fine, but like. So while that's happening, I'm like sort of watching them out the window, and like they're just like having so much. They're just struggling to get this fucking pigeon. But at one point, my girlfriend Alisyn goes for a walk, and she comes back, and she sees these people getting in the car of where the pigeon is hiding beneath, and so like she stops them, and she's like, "Hey, you know, there's a hobbled pigeon beneath your tire. Please don't move." And so I run out because she called me and said that like they're about to leave, and so we're like, yeah, you know, we fucking there's a pigeon in your car. These guys were actually super nice. They were kind of funny. They're like, oh my god, like thank you so much. Like we didn't even know there was a pigeon down there. Like get
Oh,
that thing. Like let's
Jesus
go. Like
Christ.
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, and so like we're like fucking I'm like on my hands and knees trying to like get this pigeon out from beneath the car. And like, you
Was the
know,
poor thing fucking scared as hell?
oh yeah, I was probably terrified. We were honestly getting a lot of help from the community. There was a burger place that way, and we asked them like, hey, can we have a small piece of bread so that we can like try to lure it out. Pigeon wanted no part of the bread, didn't care. So these guys gave us like some like paper in their car, and we were like trying to like you know edge it, not edge
You
it,
trying to edge it?
a shit out. Is that the right word? What's the word? Escort it out from beneath the car. I guess I don't know, but so yeah, so we finally got it out, and we were able to capture it, and then Alisyn took it up to a nonprofit animal helper
So is she
organization.
out like on the subway with like the pet carrier on her lap?
She Ubered.
Oh, she Ubered, okay. Because I was
Yeah, because
imagining like that's how the in New York you see some fucker with like a pigeon in a pet carrier on the subway, and you're like,
yeah,
motherfucker, dude, what
yeah.
the?
Apparently, Alisyn, can you come here? Can you tell the story about the woman that was there? Or are you?
Yeah, I can tell from here. Is that okay?
Can you hear her all right?
Yeah, you could hear her.
All right. Uh, use your speaking voice and talk about that one woman.
Okay, so I get to the Wild Bird Fund, which happened to be right where our old apartment was. So I literally went up and down Manhattan like 3 times that day. But I pull up with the pigeon and I hand it off, and then all of a sudden this other woman comes up and she has a pigeon wrapped in a plastic bag, and she also has a pigeon tattoo. And
Oh,
the person who's volunteering comes out and is like, okay, what's the problem with this one? Because I was like filling out a form and you kind of have to stay there for a while. So she was like, this pigeon is just super like malnourished. Like I can tell that he's malnourished. So here he is.
oh, gee.
And I was like, okay, that's sweet. But then she starts like asking a bunch of questions of the volunteer, and she's like, hey, by the way, I also have 2 dead birds in my backpack. Like, can they be cremated here? And she pulled out the dead birds to show me because I was still there. And she was like, this was my pet pigeon, Rosie, or something like that. She was so sweet and like caresses the dead bird's head.
Oh,
And
motherfuck.
she's also asking about like, oh, like do you guys take guinea fowl? Because I have one in my room right now that's injured. But they couldn't accept guinea fowl because of the avian flu, so she had to find a different rescue that would accept guinea fowl. And like she just kept asking a bunch of questions of this older volunteer lady, and it was just a really weird situation.
What
So
the
that was
actual
my
fuck?
mistake.
Yeah.
What
She's
a
having fun,
psych ass, bro.
Uh,
I thought Alisyn was the one looking crazy with a pigeon and a fucking bird carrier.
no.
Pigeon
Yes.
tattoo, bro. I mean,
Uh-huh.
shit, dude. That I can't even imagine. Like, who is the
Yeah.
fucker that loves pigeons that much?
I guess her. I mean, dude, I feel like I've known people like that who are just like obsessed with something like a little bit. I don't want to say it's silly because honestly, it's kind of nice. Like someone's got to look out for them, you know?
Yeah, maybe, honestly. Like, really didn't know anybody gave a fuck about pigeons, like including like
Yeah.
Alisyn. Like, I mean, it's nice
Oh,
as fuck
can
of
I add
her.
something else that I forgot?
Yeah.
She also was like giving me a lecture about how people think that pigeons are pests and like, oh, they have tons of scrap food that they can find, they're never hungry. And she was like, that's such a myth. Like, I never throw away food. I always give it to the pigeons and like set it out somewhere where it won't make my neighbors mad. But never throw away food. Just give it to the pigeons because a lot of them are malnourished and don't actually get enough food.
Damn.
So
You would never know a pigeon's malnourished, bro. I feel like all of them are fat fucks.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't know. It is sad because like the backstory of pigeons Allison taught me is pretty sad. Like apparently we try to like domesticate them as like partners, and then like once we realize they're not really good at that, we just kind of like ditched them. So like that's why they're kind of chill with humans and won't like run away from you. But like they also are.
no, they were domesticated totally as messenger pigeons.
Oh, that's right.
Messenger pigeons, dude. Let's
Yeah.
bring that shit the fuck back, bro. I would be so
And then
hype
we
if a
found
burp.
better ways to send messages and just let them loose.
Yeah.
And even though they're domesticated.
I would be fucking hype when a pigeon pulls up with like a letter in its mouth.
Yeah.
Where this
Yeah.
session's about to end
Yeah,
here.
I'm about to say the same thing. I'm getting a
Yeah.
little stressed out. Like, let's
Yeah,
not get on too many more topics, guys. 20 seconds.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, go Chiefs.
Someone's got to look out for the pigeons.
Yeah,
I do not
And
want
I'm
to
glad
meet the
somebody
motherfucker
is.
that looks out for the rats, though.
That's actually true. Somebody should be. They don't deserve to be like, stigmatized like that. Okay.
All right, bye. Welcome back, guys. Session 2's getting going right here. Flame, there's something that I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
Is there a teacher in your life that made a significant impact on you that you respect them and still think about them to this day? Or is there any teacher or like, no? Gotta be at least one, right?
Some in some ways.
So last week I was talking to my mom and I forgot exactly the context of the conversation, but I used this advice on her that like you do it for your future self, like do it for like, the Shane tomorrow, the Shane of next week, do it for the Shane. And I used that advice on her, and that was an advice that a fucking awesome teacher gave to me way back in the day. And I literally reached out to him, my old teacher from high school, and he like, hit me back, and I've been like in this like email conversation thread with my fucking old teacher. And I really just bring this up just to say like teachers are such fucking suckers for that. Like they love it, That like makes a teacher's day, bro.
I gotta hit you with the cold water.
What?
I emailed a teacher from high school not too long ago.
No way.
Ghosted.
They ghosted you?
I don't know. They must have not seen it because I feel like, yeah, I thought so too. Like that's kind of what you're looking for as a teacher. I expected a response, but I ain't got one.
Wait, what kind of like what were you saying in the email? Was it like, hey, thanks for this, thanks for that, or was it just like, hey, like how you been?
It was it was the class that we had together sophomore year.
Oh,
And-
you emailed him?
I emailed him and I was like, hey, like, I really appreciated your class. I really appreciated you. You were one of the first like adult figures to make me feel like my opinion was valuable and like I had good things to say and to add to the conversation. And it allowed me to develop much more mature opinions on a lot of different things. And I really appreciate you for that. And
He
didn't respond.
ghosted you on that?
I actually want to check my email right now to see if I missed something because like
Did you like
Oh.
actually like send it to the right like thing? That's insane if he ghosted that, bro. That's actually insane.
oh wait.
He responded to you?
Your message wasn't delivered to blank because the address couldn't be found or was unable to receive mail.
Dude, no, there's actually a method to this. You want to go to our high school site and like go to like the staff directory, and then you like pick out which staff member you want, and then you write like a little message there. Cause like that's what I did, and then he emailed me.
Hold on, I gotta do this right then. I don't know why. I thought I like did that.
But
Fuck,
I really
dude.
just bring up this segment as well. Like, dude, if you guys had a teacher that was fucking awesome and like really helped you out or like was just like chill and you want to like thank them, like, dude, seriously do it. And like, the teacher, we talked a little bit about the podcast and stuff, and I'm sure he might be listening to this as I speak. And I just want to
Wow.
say it again, like thank you so much for everything. And your classes were literally the best parts of my day every single time. Like, so, I'm just saying, like, reach out to your teachers. It goes a long way. He's a gamer too, this teacher. So he talked a little bit
Really?
about video games and stuff. Yeah, dude, that's why I loved him so much back in the day, dude. I remember he showed up to class one time. He's like, guys, I don't really know about today. I'm not feeling it. He's like, I just want to be home, riding my
Oh,
horse. And
hell yeah.
he's referencing like Red Dead. I was like,
Uh-huh.
man, my fucking teacher is so chill. He's playing Red Dead. He's fucking,
That is chill.
oh, I loved it so much. I
That's
asked,
so chill.
I asked him about Elden Ring.
Uh-huh.
He says he played it, but he never beat it. He said
Perfect.
Armored Core. Have you heard of that game?
No.
Kind of a weird one. And then he also mentioned Baldur's Gate and like playing it with his boys, which is so sick. Like we need to get on that, dude. Like
Baldur's
Baldur's Gate
Gate?
would be so fun, like as a squad.
Uh-huh.
It would actually be so fun.
Yeah, dude, it would be a good time. That is really cool. I think I know who you're talking about, but I don't think I ever had him as a teacher, but everybody seemed to like him a lot.
You took AP Lang, right?
Uh-huh.
He was an AP Lang teacher, but I don't think you had him.
It's Mr. C, right?
Mr. C, correct.
Yeah. I thought he was also theater stuff, no?
Yeah, that's what I had him for,
Yeah,
theater,
okay,
and then I
okay.
had him for honors myth.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I everybody who had him seemed to say really, really great things. So,
So good, dude. Like for real, making class better like every single time. And
that's
like
awesome.
honestly, a good teacher. Like that is what's really like helped me learn shit.
That's good. Yeah, I don't know. Like teachers is it's such a crazy, crazy profession, I feel like, because like so like I do think they have such an unbelievably disproportionate like impact on children's development, where it's like they can do so much good. And like to some extent, like I not to make this all about like a political thing or anything, but I feel like when people talk about like the school system and what reforms we can do and things like that, it's like that's all well and good, and we should be like putting in place what makes the most sense for everybody, but like to some extent, like you're kind of at the peril of like the strength of your teachers, and like if you have good ones, then like you're good to go. If you've got, I don't want to say bad ones, I don't think any teacher's bad, but like like I think
I
some.
was talking about this with Alex and like, dude, if you had a teacher that was chill versus a teacher that was not chill, like you're not gonna misbehave in a chill teacher's class because you
Hell
fuck with the
no.
teacher, dude.
Uh-huh.
Like that's the meta for teachers. Like I'm trying to give the teachers the meta. If you're gonna be hard and like a dick and like, oh, don't yell out or anything, like kids are gonna fucking yell out.
Yeah, well, I think there's just like some mutual respect, right? That kind of like that needs to go both ways, where it's like if you feel like you're valued in the class, if you feel like you know like you're not like, it's not like a teacher student relationship, it's more so like this person cares about me, like I like them, then you're not going to misbehave, obviously.
Yeah, show
You're going
them
to want
some
to like,
fucking respect.
yeah, but like I think that has to come from a place where like you feel respected as a person as well, which I think
For
some teachers do a
sure.
great job of, some teachers don't do a great job of, I think. Hey guys, we just told a story that involves some personal details that honestly is not going to make it into the episode. So if you're really concerned about what it was, you can text us separately, but it's just not something that I think needs to be in the episode because like we're in our flow state.
Yeah, it was a stupid, non-exciting story, and it
Uh-huh.
and it took us out of the flow state. So let's get back
Yeah.
into it here.
Yeah, let's try to work ourselves back into the flow state. I think I do want to wrap it up because we did a
Yeah,
lot of
let's wrap it.
we were we wanted to make sure we say nice things about our teachers in general, and of course Mr. C, because I know that he was very special for you in high school, and like I said, I've heard really great things about him from other people as well. So if he does happen to listen to this, I do want to express my gratitude, even though I don't think we've ever met, but I do appreciate that. And this conversation did just make me, I think, give the correct message to the correct location for
Oh,
the teacher.
perfect, dude. And
So
it feels good for both parties. It feels great for
yeah,
the teacher to hear a student reach out to them, and it feels great to like let a teacher know like that they were awesome.
oh yeah. I still follow him on Twitter. I love his Twitter. He's so funny. He just like posts stuff around like Chicago that he goes and checks out.
It's kind of fitting to be talking about teachers right now too, with like the time of the year it is. Like kids are going back right now, dude.
This is around like schedule time.
This is our school episode.
Teachers, you like ask people, is this teacher chill? Everyone's like, oh hell no.
Oh, you got her. Oh, dude.
I will say, and that's the thing where it's like, it seemed like some teachers knew their reputation was like a hard ass, and they kind of liked that, you know. And like, I just have to wonder like why they like that. Like, why would you want to be known as a teacher who like gives kids a hard time?
Yeah, maybe it's like they already got the label. They're like, all right, might as well play into it.
Why though? Like, I'm struggling to see like how that is like good, you know?
Or maybe it's just like how they teach and they want to stick in with like what they are. And like if kids are going to call them a bad apple for it, then like so be it. Like, they're just trying to teach. I feel like I had a teacher like that. Like my junior year, one of my teachers I got her and everybody was like, you are fucked. You are fucked. You are fucked. And like she was kind of a hard ass, but she really just wanted kids to like fucking listen. And like she was dead ass trying to teach. And like, I don't know. I feel like she just like played into it because like I don't know actually why she was playing into it so much that she was a hard ass. It is weird.
Teacher who seemed to like have like zero interest in like anybody doing anything besides mathematics, and it was like very like you were like almost scared going into class. Seriously, like I'm not joking. Like the vibes were that bad, and like he knew that.
Is fucked up.
He knew that, bro. He knew that. And like maybe it was a little bit of on my own end of like I had bad thoughts of that teacher going in just off of what I've heard about how they can be, you know, hard. But like some kids did because he was the coach of an athletic department, and so like some of those kids seemed to like him, and maybe he was like more chill with that. But like when it came to class, like it was very much so like I didn't want to get yelled at because like I was kind of afraid, and like there is no way that's like a good way to manage a classroom. Like I understand like, you know, wanting to keep, you know, everybody behaving, and that's totally fair, but like not through fear.
I feel like that's what I was saying back earlier. Like if you had a teacher that's so like damn chill and like, because like if you upset the chill teacher, you feel like a piece of shit. So that's why I really feel like, dude, you go into a class with that chill mindset, like kids are gonna follow suit. Like they don't want to piss off the chill teacher. Like that feels worse than like pissing off the angry teacher. Because it's like, is that even an achievement?
Yeah, pissing off the angry teacher legit feels like, oh, I'm gonna tell this story and everyone's gonna be like, yeah, fuck that teacher, you know? But if like, if you make Mr. C upset, like you must have done something actually fucking wrong.
Yeah, like
you know?
you feel like a piece of shit. If you made Mr. C upset, and like I never really even saw Mr. C upset, but like, dude, if you made Mr. C upset, like you should feel like fucking shit. I'm gonna be honest. You were such a cool dude. Like sometimes you would like, you know, maybe demand some more effort in like theater or something like that. But you always wanted to give him that effort, dude.
Oh yeah.
He just made you feel comfortable in theater. I respect that so much.
Hey guys, we just told another story and we accidentally said someone's full name, and we don't want to be saying people's full names. We don't know who's cool with it, who's not. So we're not going to share that story. We're going to cut that out as well. So we said a lot of words. Not all of them make it into the final cut. It is what it is. You're listening. It is what it is. Blah, blah, blah. Mr. C, appreciate you big time.
All the teachers. All the teachers.
I can't say all the teachers, bro. Like I said, some teachers made life not so fun. And I gotta be honest with that. It just wasn't a good time in some people's classrooms. And that's just like, I get it, you know?
Oh, that just made me think of another teacher, dude, from high school that was kind of insane.
I'm just gonna say that, like, I get it, but, like, also, like, maybe that's not the profession for you, you know? Like, I do appreciate all teachers. I'm not gonna say I don't appreciate some of them, but I just want to say, like, if you are bringing horrible vibes to a classroom, like, it's maybe just not.
That's kind of a net negative, dude. That's got to be worse for the teacher.
Like,
and
they're
it's
having
obviously
a bad time.
Yeah.
I doubt they enjoy like fucking getting huffily and puffly at like children and yelling at them. Like that's
kids are shitheads though.
For sure. But like, if that gets you so worked up to the point where
Don't
like
be a
you are
teacher.
screaming and instilling fear in children, maybe you should just do something else. You know, maybe
Like,
you should. But it
yeah,
also
dude.
is also is hard to say because like we need more teachers and we need more people who are willing to do it, and it's not easy. So like maybe I should chill with that. But I just will say like I do think some teachers like made my day worse, you know, and like that is the way it is. And like I've talked to Alice and she feels the same way. She's told me about teachers who like also made her day worse, you know, and like I think you could probably think of teachers who made your day worse, you know,
Oh,
and like
without a doubt.
I can't say I fucking learned anything in these classrooms either. I was just kind of like upset the whole time, you know?
Exactly, dude. That's the one thing, dude. Even learning goes up so much when you fuck with the teacher, dude.
Oh yeah, oh
Like you're
yeah,
willing to learn in their class.
for sure.
Dude, I got
Yeah.
one final question for week 22.
Okay.
If you were a teacher, tomorrow you started a job as a teacher. Wait, tomorrow's Sunday. Monday you start as a teacher.
Labor Day, bro.
Fuck. Tuesday you start as a teacher. Okay? You're working
Yeah.
at a beautiful New York high school, or not high school. Really, the question is, what grade would you teach? Any grade. It could be kindergarten, it could be preschool, all the way up to high school. No college. What grade would you teach?
Probably high school.
But like, even like, get more specific. Fresh, soft, junior, senior.
Probably like junior.
You want to see? Oh, I don't know, man.
Because like my thought process with that is like I want the kids to be old enough to where like they're kind of funny maybe, and like you can like talk to them and it's not like you're talking to a baby. But I also feel like seniors are like checked out and like I want people who like care to be there, you know?
But I feel like juniors are so angsty. Like that might be the most angsty age.
I feel like you're angsty anywhere from like after fifth grade until like the rest of the fucking
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
Like I don't think middle schoolers are getting any less angsty.
So you wouldn't dare teach a middle school class?
I would dare to. I would just not want to. Like, I don't think it'd be the worst thing ever, but like, it just gets a little. There's like a little too much going on, you know, with the immaturity. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I think of the stuff that I was up to in middle school, and like, it's just, you know.
I would want to be a teacher that teaches like multiple grades because I had teachers like that. They'd have like a senior class, a freshman
Sure.
class, a sophomore.
Yeah, I can get down with that. I can get. Down
I would
with that.
prefer that. I'd like to see like all the different, ages.
Mhm. Yeah, I also think that like kids these days are probably like fucking so cool and shit because like they've been having iPads their whole lives and like they know how the world works, you know. Whereas like we were going into school reading like Eric Carle books until we were 7 years old, like you know.
I was reading Little Treehouse. Is that what it's called?
Magic
Treehouse. Yeah, Magic Treehouse.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
And
like
I was reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid more than anything, though.
I am so serious, and like maybe this is like my tinfoil hat like talking, but like I do think that the youth and like people who have grown up with technology with the ability to like synthesize information from a million different sources at real time all the time, I think that everyone's going to be like smarter, more based, like more intellectual at much younger ages. I think it's like going to be exponentially growing as much. So, like of course, like information doesn't equate to intelligence, but I do think it equates to like more understanding and more sympathy and like just more maturity. So I do think people and like children, although like obviously some parts of the internet are like good to be exposed to, but I think like yeah, I just think the information is good. I don't know. Sorry, that's all right. That's for another time.
The information is so much more accessible, but I do honestly like think about certain things with school that like maybe makes it easier than ever. Like honestly, like AI and stuff, like holy smokes, dude. Like I was taking a lot of Photoshop courses and like Illustrator courses back in high school. And if I had the AI feature where I could just get whatever the fuck I want right when I want it, I would have had A pluses every single year, you know?
Oh yeah.
So like I'm always like, damn, you know.
Well, there's gonna have
Shit
to
might be
be
getting
like
easy.
there's gonna have to be like a school revolution because like AI genuinely is going to make school like a joke.
It's gonna
Like,
change everything.
the only way you can like truly test students' knowledge is if like you like have them like in person, like testing their knowledge, like
No
computers.
fucking like access to a screen, dude.
Yeah, which like on one hand like that is the way to test it, but on the other like I do think that you have to embrace the fact that like you should be using stuff as a tool, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it makes it easier. It's not like, oh, if I was in that class, they're like, hey, you have to like make this. You can't use the box. It's like, well, why? Like, you're supposed to help me like be good at this in the future.
Uh-huh.
And if the box is going to be the best way And I say box. If the AI is the best way to get better at this in the future, like, then why would I not use that?
It's sort of like teaching long division, you know, because it's like they taught us long division, but never in our lives are we ever going to have to use it. There's calculators. There's calculators since we were born, you know, like there's been calculators for a long time. And it's like, I always thought, like, when teachers would talk to us about it, like, some of them cared, some of them didn't, in terms of, like, yeah, we have to teach this to you, but, like, you know, you're always going to have a calculator, so it's kind of whatever. Some were like, it's important skills to know. I'm sort of on the fence as well, where it's like, it's good to know how things work, and I think that it's stimulating to the brain to like solve problems and to understand, like, you know, some techniques for dealing with numbers and for anything in general. But it's tough when it's like you're never gonna have to do this, you know.
Yeah, long division is a weird one in specific. Like that's something I'm not gonna do.
It's very much so like not important.
But I think
You know?
I think there's something to what you're saying though of like being able to like figure it out and like, you know, not have to like use like an aid. You know, like there's
Yeah,
something very rewarding about that.
I think math is a specific thing as well, because I think thinking with numbers is its own kind of like I think it touches a very specific part of the brain,
Is
you
that the
know.
left brainers or the right brainers?
That's left brain for sure, you know. um where like I do think that there's a certain level of like learning mathematical concepts that I think do go a long way towards like being comfortable with like numbers and just like being very stimulated in the left brain side. I just don't really understand kind of like where the line gets drawn, because like we don't need to be teaching fucking kids Taylor series because like, oh, it's good to know how the numbers work. Like fuck that, you know. But like I don't know.
It's an interesting discussion to be sure, dude. Like I almost feel like we could do a whole episode on like just school.
Would you
After
teach long division?
would I teach it?
Yeah.
No.
Would you be like, you have a calculator that can do this?
Well, I mean, shit, if I was a math teacher, I would. It's just
So
like fucked
you,
up though, because you don't want to send a kid out into the world being like, yeah, just pull out your fucking calculator whenever. Like
I know.
I feel like a kid is dead ass more prepared. Like if he's like if he has no fucking concept of how to, I don't even know, dude. That's actually got me all brain scrambled because I'm like imagining like a scenario where you need to whip out the calculator, and that's very rare, dude. That is very
Uh-huh.
rare. Like, do you have
I
to
use
whip
my
that?
calculator sometimes
Really? But for like
to,
what?
to add up mini golf scores.
See, and like, dude, and like.
Like I can do it without it. It just a little goes faster, you know.
Yeah, I just feel like on maybe I'm just because I got raised like you learn division and stuff. Like I feel like you kids should know it, but like
Uh-huh.
I guess because like what would school be? Yeah, dude, just pull out that calculator. You'll be chilling.
So here's one thing that I will say about it is I took a couple coding courses. I can like code in Python at an intermediate level. And so ChatGPT has helped a little bit in terms of like being able to regurgitate some of more basic functions. Like for example, if you wanted to remember how to like, oh, I need to change the name of this variable. Like I don't remember the exact code to do it. Ask ChatGPT, this is my variable. This is what I want to name it. You know, write me the code. Easy. When it comes to like more advanced stuff, like I've been trying to create an NHL shots on goal model that I've been talking about a lot. It's a pretty complex data set, and it's like requires some like relatively advanced modeling techniques because of dealing with a lot of different aspects. I'm gonna get a little nerdy with it because it's kind of fun to talk about. But like, you know, in your data set of like player shots on goal, you know, there's a lot of zeros. There's a lot of nights where players don't get a shot on goal, you know, and modeling the way this looks, like, you know, it's going to look like a exponential chart where it's like bad players get a lot of low shots, whereas the best players, it increases quickly, right? Of like they get 6 or 7 shots, you know, that like is very, you know, a low percentage. So like it's an imbalanced data set in that sense, right? Where like you have a lot of zeros, a lot of ones, a couple, but like a significant portion of higher numbers. And the other thing about that is, if we're going to use that for a betting purpose, it's very important to be modeling like the right tail correctly, because those are the players that you're betting on. You're not betting on how many shots Nikita Zadorov. Actually, that's a bad example.
You might.
Zadorov, but you're not betting
Well,
on
you might take his under.
yeah, you're not betting on Michael Haig. Fucking is it Michael?
Robert.
Robert Haig, sorry. You're not betting on Robert Haig shots on goal, right? You don't really care so much about the zeros, but you have to include them. And of course, good players have nights with 0 shots. So there's data balancing techniques. There's what I do right now is I basically run 2 models. One where I predict, is the player going to get 0 shots on goal in a night, right? So like I do that. I get my percentage of what I believe they will get if they'll get 0. And then I take all of the zeros out of the data set, and then I run it again as if I run a model as if I'm assuming they will get at least 1 attempt on net, and then modeling that, and then multiplying it by the probability that they'll get 1. So say there's a 50% chance Nikita Zadorov's going to put a shot on goal. When he does get a shot on goal, I'm thinking he'll get around 2, right? So that means if you're going to plot that point somewhere, it's going to be 1 shot on goal, because 50% of the time he gets 0, 50% of the time he gets 2, and then in the middle he gets 1. So the reason why I'm talking about all that is because when I'm asking ChatGPT to write me code for this kind of stuff, it doesn't quite work because it doesn't understand all the nuances. And even if I tried to explain them to ChatGPT, it's not going to be able to write me the code for it, because once you get to know the niches, it's a little bit buggy with actual like code writing. But it really helps because I can still do it because I understand the basics of this stuff, to where like I know what to ask, I know where to go with it. And to bring this all back, being able to understand the way long division works, although you're going to always, be able to use a calculator for it, when you're on a real life example of like needing to kind of crunch these numbers and things like that,
you know where to start.
You know where to start. And while you're probably going to use the calculator at some point as a tool, understanding when to divide things and why you divide things is an essential course.
Exactly. See, you actually are you know, that was a long-winded way to get there, but honestly, bro, it was fucking registering. It was registering, bro.
That's how you get there, bro.
I mean, like that's what I wanted to say about the calculator, like how I was like, "Oh yeah, I mean, I went to school and like I learned how to do it." Like you need to know where to start, bro. That's what school is all about.
You need to know why you're fucking dividing shit, bro.
You need to know, like, okay, I'm adding up these mini golf scores. Am I sure I don't divide or multiply these scores? You know, shit like that, bro.
And then you got like Jimmy there. He's like, dude, you fucking add them.
He's like, dude,
because he works with his hands and he like does bikes, so he just knows. But
yeah, he would say we're soft hands.
Yeah.
If you don't eat lunch, if your hands don't look like this when you're, have you ever seen that? If your hands don't look like this while you're eating lunch, you don't know. And his hands are like black and muddied, and he's holding a PB&J. Fucking gross, dude. All right, well let's put a bow on episode 22 here. What do you want to say to the embers as we close out?
I just want to say, if you're Jimmy and you're listening, please text me back. That's all I gotta say.
That man's got like 700 messages, bro.
Yeah, probably. No, I understand he's busy. I'm just thinking, I want to text back. That's all.
All right. Well, thank y'all so much for listening to episode 22 of the Flameside. Back when we started, dude, I was so excited to get to 30, and we're damn near close already. So that's fucking insane. So
that is pretty crazy.
We'll keep it going, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you in week. You got something you want to say?
Yeah, but it's a little aside.
Well, how aside?
We can talk about it in a couple minutes. No problem.
Okay, yeah, we got 3 minutes.
So this emailing stuff that we're talking about, the teachers had me thinking about something that's kind of scary.
What?
You know Claire Spices?
Yeah, I know Claire Spices.
Hasn't been at the market in like several weeks now.
What?
And so, And so I tried to email her and be like, all good, because like she told me, I asked her at one point, I'm like, do you want me to order off your website or should I just keep meeting you here? And she's like, oh, I'll be here. Hasn't been there. And so I tried to email her with the email listed on her website. Email didn't go through this address. Yeah, so I'm a little nervous, but I think she's posted on Instagram in the last couple weeks. So I think she's...
Well, I remember I was in NYC, went to the place that she was supposed to be, and I'm like, are we going to meet Claire?
That was the first time she wasn't there, I think.
Holy shit. Well, have you still been going to that flea market?
This Sunday, tomorrow's going to be the first time we don't go unless we make a trip for it.
Oh, right, because you are kind of far now.
Yeah. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that because I'm kind of nervous for Claire.
Claire's a character on the show, so that was a very good thing to bring up.
Yep, so keep Claire in your thoughts. I'll let y'all know if I get a hold of her.
Yeah, keep Claire, Mr. C, and the teacher you emailed in your thoughts. And we'll see you guys in week 2, 3. Peace out, everybody.
Bye.